Sorry, I had to make a part 2 of a part 2, but I think it's pretty hilarious as I got a call that I had to pick up. Now, as I was saying, just be aware of where you place your zip lines. Alright, people? Now, the wasp queen makes you bleed, poisons, and I'm pretty sure venomizes you. This all can destroy your health, and I just suggest you be careful. Now, when knocking down this specific hive, oh. Oh yeah, by the way, wasps and bees will fight each other. Funnily enough. Now, when knocking down this hive in specific, you're gonna notice all these webs out of the blue. You're gonna be like, oh, that's strange. Is there another boss? Well, no, there is not another boss. Or at least not right here. Now, right here, you can see these are spiderlings. But they're different. They're not pure white. They're black widowlings. Basically meaning that there's a black widow here. Now jumping down here, you're going to see more and more webs. And you're going to see this is blocked off more and more. And you're going to see that
Oh, I'm stuck. Whoa, a black widow.
a black
One of my
widow
favorite
resides
spiders.
here. Now I want you to be safe when fighting this boss. Now that I'm in creative, so this Black Widow or Black Widowlings will not care, but they will attack on sight. And Black Widows do not require any such thing as a summoning item. I think I should mention it as it is still a considered side boss and is required to get something called Pond Boss. Now, what I'm going to say here will blow your mind, but there is technically a second spider boss in this game that I will now show you. The second spider boss is not required in any sort of way. This is just a boss that you can fight to get an entire new armor set that looks extremely similar to the other one. Now, this is back near the level 2/level 1 area. This is not a required boss, as I said earlier. This is a boss that you can decide to fight, or you can decide not to fight. This is entirely up to you, and how you want to play your game. But if you do decide to fight this boss, please only fight it in New Game Plus 1, or before New Game Plus at all. Mainly because this boss is extremely hard to beat, as this boss has 3 phases, hardest boss in the game, and is very agile, and is very tanky, and applies many debuffs to you as you fight that are permanent until the boss fight is over. Now this fight is, again, as I said the millionth time, is not required. So you do not have to fight this boss in any shape or form of any way. You don't have to do this. So it is entirely up to you if you want to face this hard struggle of a boss. Just know that you will most likely get rewarded and compensated for your thing. For doing this. But I suggest don't do it unless you know are prepared. If you are more than prepared, or you think you're more than prepared, then make sure you over prepare. As this boss, as I've seen and as I've fought before, is not an easy boss. It's unbelievably hard. Now, you may be questioning, Why is there a second spider boss? Don't they already have one? Well, they made a second spider boss mainly due to the fact that all those bosses were considered easy or easy to learn, or too easy to learn. Now, I will agree that the Broodmother and the Mantis is a little easy, but the Wasp Queen, in my opinion, still is never easy. Now, I'm going to specify right
There's
now.
definitely something different about this weekend.
I'm going to specify this is where the boss area is. It is in a haze biome. Now, it's more possible to see if you disable the haze, but disabling the haze infects other areas of the game that were not previously infected. Now, I'm going to show you the boss area in this haze. Now, believe me when I say this. This is the hardest
Stay away
boss
from me.
in the game. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Huh. Okay. I never knew this would be blocked off. Oh wow. I've learned something new. So I'm assuming either before you either you have to plug up the haze first, or you have to, I would assume, beat the storyline. Now, I'm going to assume that you have to plug up the haze, as this was not closed before. This is supposed to be open. Now, there will be explosives in here, and there will be a water source. That water source gives you buffs, but also sickens you and gives you fatigue. Now, I will say, I was not expecting any sort of blockage at all. But I'm assuming that it's because the haze isn't open. It's because it's not blocked. Which I guess would make sense. And also not, because this boss is also infected, which is quite strange to me. But I guess they wanted you to disable the haze before you could do this for some reason. But I'm going to reiterate, for your all's sake, this is a hard boss, extremely hard. It is the hardest boss in the game right now. So
I'm gonna bark.
you're gonna need a gum nugget
Spewing
to
that
block
gas.
this up.
This heinous flow needs to be stopped.
So you can block this with a gum nugget, which is very accessible, as if you go down there, and if you probably saw, there's a gum nugget down there. Now blocking this haze off will shut off the gas, so you can go down there without a gas mask, but will release all the infected bugs from this area, and all the infected bugs can traverse all around your yard, even level 3 areas. Now, the haze isn't terribly bad, it's just very hard to see and also poisons you if you don't have a gas mask on. Assuming the fact that you have to block up the haze before fighting this boss probably says that, you know, it's probably going to be a hard fight. Now, this fight, the name is Infected Broodmother, as it is literally the same as I showed you in the hedge. This is an infected broodmother. She is like the broodmother, but has 3 entire phases, can regen, has lifesteal, heals off of explosives and basically is overpowered, and fresh is the broodmother's only weakness. Yet the weakness apparently still works. Now phase 1 will be cakewalk if you're prepared. Phase 2 may be where you die, but will also most likely be a cakewalk. And phase 3 is where you will most likely die. Now, this is the hardest boss in the game. This is the last video I'll make on bosses, unless the grounded devs make more bosses, which I don't see where they can add more bosses in general. But I'll see you all next time without being in the haze. Bye.